A lot of times, we feel this feeling of sadness and feel disheartened, and we have this in our head. I wish there could be this one thing that we could do to change this feeling of being lost. I have one super challenge for you for 2025 that would not only help you stay hopeful and give you a lot of hope in life, but would also keep you busy enough to move your focus from this ongoing, unending chaos of life. Okay, so this is not a video where I make shallow promises with, some weird ideas and expect you to follow them and see some results. No, this is a very carefully thought out video. I have planned the content, I have some amazing ideas for you, and I can assure you that this video can help you if you follow everything that I've written here. I have there's a lot of stuff that I want to share with you, and I have written it all out as if I'm making it for somebody whom I care for, whom I love, somebody whom, if I were to sit with and suggest in person, this would be my advice. So, if you want to have the best conversations by the year end of 2025, this is the video that you have to follow. For me, this was one of the most awaited videos of 2024 to shoot, and I'm sure this is going to be one of the most awaited videos because the content is amazing. It will help you, and then there is my guarantee. I assure you, you're going to benefit from this video, provided you follow what I tell you in this video. Everything that is there in this video is very practical. The approach that I've applied is absolutely pragmatic. You are going to learn, you're going to face a little bit of a challenge, but it's absolutely doable. None of it is impractical. Anything that I say here is not just out of anywhere where there's somebody talking on the video and making some fake, stupid commitments. You could just come back to me after 6 months of applying what I'm telling you. You could just come back to me if it doesn't work for you. Just tell me, "You're a fraud, Alina. Whatever you said did not work, and I'm not going to listen to you going forward." I welcome you to do that if this doesn't work for you. But if you follow it, if you actually do it 100%, this is like my heart that I'm pouring out to you because I know how serious this problem of not being able to speak properly to somebody is. I have faced it myself, and I know that English is not just a language, it's a medium of communication. It is stopping you in so many aspects of your life, be it relationships, your career, or whatever. Anything that you want to do, this one thing is stopping you from doing it. It was stopping me from doing it, and hence I worked on it, and here I am teaching it to you. If I could do it, you could do it. I am nobody. Like I'm special in my head, I'm very special to myself, but I am nobody with a very extra high IQ. I do not have that, but it's just plain, basic, old school ideas of consistency and hard work. Okay, so let's start. This video is divided into 3 prime areas of English fluency. I'm going to be talking about the basics first, then we're going to be taking up an action plan for attack, and third, we are going to talk about how to maintain the rhythm of your learning. Okay? Now I'm going to be giving you 6 techniques on how you can do it, and I'm going to be talking about 5 issues that are faced by English learners all across the globe. All right, first, let's start with the basics. Let's understand the concept of learning English. What is basically going wrong? By basically, I mean on the ground floor of the building. Let's first understand what is exactly going wrong. Why have you been trying for so long and yet not been able to accomplish your dream of being able to speak English fluently? What is going wrong? Now, we need to understand that speaking English comprises two areas. There is consumption and there is production. We go wrong with the production part. With consumption, we're doing well. We're doing fine. You're good. But when it comes to production, you're lagging behind. Let's understand what consumption and production are all about. Okay? Consumption is when you consume English. You either listen to it or read it. So listening and reading is what consumption is all about. Now, talking about the production part, the most important part where you're lagging behind, that is where you produce English, where you create English from your mind and speak. So, speaking, of course, is very, very important. And next is writing. Writing is also very important. I'm going to tell you why, and it is going to make sense to you. This is one area that most people ignore, but having written so many journals by now, and I am somebody who still uses journals. I just don't have one right now here in my bag. I usually have a diary in my bag, so here it is. I usually carry diaries in my bag, and I always have a pen in my bag. So I'm always a person who writes. I always do that. Okay, now talking about consumption and production again. Where you're going wrong is that since consumption, you don't have to do anything actively. You just have to listen or read somebody else's produced work. Somebody else has already done it for you, just lying down on your sofa, relaxing, and taking it all in, thinking that you're learning English. A lot of us have this habit of trying to learn English from watching videos, listening to podcasts, and listening to English songs, the basic stuff. But where we go wrong is that we don't understand that only taking everything in and never bringing anything out is breaking the link of learning. So, you've taken something in, now you've got to produce it, and that is where the link is joined. You're not joining that link, and that is why you're not able to speak English fluently. When you have to, when the chance presents itself to you, you're suddenly like, and you're lost. You do not know what to say next. If somebody comes up to you and talks to you in English, you're like, oh, okay, this person is talking to me in English. Oh my God, okay, panic, panic, panic. Oh, insult, insult coming in. That is where your mind slips into. You're suddenly in that alert zone. Oh, somebody's speaking to me in English. What do I do next? I do not know how to speak. No, you do. Of course you do. If you can speak your mother tongue, you can speak any other language when you apply your mind to learning it. When you apply your mind towards learning the language, you can do it. See, if you want to be a good cook, and you only keep watching cookery videos and cooking lessons online, YouTube, I do that a lot. You might feel like you're learning. I make a lot of my dishes looking at YouTube videos. But then, I go to the kitchen, I actually pick up the pans, and I actually get my hands dirty to learn that dish. Unless you start to practice that dish, you cannot learn by just looking at the videos, no matter how descriptive they are. At first, it may all look very formidable to you. It might just scare you because there's so much information available. There are so many people talking about tips and ideas. You're like, A little confused. Where do I start? What do I do? Oh my God, I'm lost. But it's not that difficult. It's actually easy. You have to start very small. The first day you go to the gym and start lifting 40-kilogram dumbbells, of course, your body is not going to be able to take it. The next day, you'll be lying in pain, your body cramping all over. Of course, you won't be able to continue. But if you start slow, that is the only way to ensure that you keep going back there. You keep showing up for yourself. You have to take it slow, go easy on yourself, and that's the only way to start learning something you're not very good at right now. You can, of course, be very good one day. Someday. Okay, now that we've understood the concept of consumption and production, you're ready. Okay, Alina, tell me. What do I have to do next? See, I can only tell you the stuff that I did. A couple of decades ago, when I could not speak a word in English. A couple of decades, ma'am? How old are you? Okay, that's not the point here in the video. Now, the point is that I started to learn English when I was a little child. I was looked down upon. People would laugh at me. Suddenly, I was moved from a very average school to one of the best in the city, and there was this huge gap. The quality of students was very different. People were very serious about studies here, and the competition was fierce. Everybody would notice me, and they would take pleasure in looking at me because all of them felt superior to me. They were like, "There's this one girl we can just look at whenever we feel miserable about our lives, and it's going to make us feel good." I was that one girl. Everybody made fun of me. As a very small child, I decided that this was not going to be the story of my life. I was going to work on it. How difficult could it be? If so many people can do it, how difficult can it be for me? That was my thought when I started to learn the language. All right, so I can only tell you the numbers that I feel are appropriate for you, but you're free to tweak them as per your requirement, a little bit up or down, but do not change them completely because then the purpose is lost. We don't want to do that. Okay, let's start. We are going to do this in the order of importance. We will take up the most important activity first, then the next, and then the next, and then the last one. So, first, of course, I'm going to be talking about speaking. Speaking is what is going to actually help you become fluent in the language, and it's most of what you really need. Okay, but I'm going to take it very slow in the beginning. You just need 40 minutes of practice every day, okay? And you're going to be doing it for the next 365 days because the target is to be fluent in English by 2025, all right? 40 minutes is nothing. It's very easy, and I'm going to get into the details of it. Right now, I'm just giving you the time that you need to devote to each activity, and then I'm going to explain to you individually for each item how much time and how you can use these 40 minutes. I'm going to give you a breakdown of everything. I told you the video is very clearly thought out, so it's all planned. I am not just talking rubbish. I have everything in my head that I want to tell you, share with you, all right? So, 40 minutes per day for the next 365 days. We don't want to be in this problem forever in our lives. We want to be over with it. We want to be done with it, right? 40 minutes a day would count up to approximately 3 to 4 hours in a week, okay? That much you can manage. I'm only talking about 3 to 4 hours in a week. Imagine 24 times 7, those many hours. So it's more than 150 hours you have in a week with you. I'm only asking for what? I'm asking for 3 to 4 hours out of those. If the dream is big, you should be ready to toil for it. You should be ready to strive for it, right? And don't worry, we're going to be covering vocabulary, grammar, everything, all right? Moving on to the next activity, which is the next important activity after speaking, because speaking is most important. Next comes listening. For listening, I would need you to devote 7 to 8 hours in a week, which would count to approximately 1 hour a day. It's very easy. Do not worry. Listening has the most fun activities. Again, you're consuming. You're not producing. So listening is easy. 1 hour a day is absolutely doable. Absolutely. When you're traveling to your office, you're commuting. You could do it then too, all right? Moving on to the next important activity, which is reading. Reading is 6 to 7 hours in a week, which is approximately 50 minutes a day, okay? 6 to 7 hours a week is easily doable. Reading is one of the most fun things to do if you have the right material in your hand. And that brings me to a very important reminder that I have to give you, and that is that there is a PDF, a very good, beautifully crafted PDF, attached to the description of this video, which is absolutely free, of course. Needless to say, of course, it is free. Just take it, because it has all the best resources, all the best suggestions that I have for you for reading, for listening, for everything. Everything, all my recommendations are there on the PDF. Just download it. Maybe print it out on paper if you're very serious about this. Print it out, paste it on your cupboard, because that's how you keep getting reminded every now and then that you're on a mission. Otherwise, you forget, okay? Print it out, paste it on a cupboard where you visit or you see every day, all right? Writing comes last on the list, which is 1 to 2 hours a week, okay? 1 to 2 hours would be, 15 to 20 minutes every day. You could just do it in the form of journaling. Just buy a diary for yourself and start writing, okay? It's important. So, the idea is to keep it simple enough so that you enjoy it and you're being able to do it consistently, and to keep it hard enough so that you feel challenged and you feel that you're learning something. All right. That's how I've designed these hours for you. Now we move on to the second aspect of this video. We are already clear with basics. Now we talk about the action plan for attack. So, as I told you, I'm going to be addressing 5 issues that English learners face all over the world. So, those 5 issues, I'm sure you'll be able to relate with. First, you do not have a speaking partner. Whom do you practice with? Next is, sometimes you lack motivation. Next is, your grammar is not good enough. Another one is that your vocabulary is very limited. You're unable to frame sentences, unable to structure it properly because you do not know the right words to use. And lastly, you're very careful, that you're shy because you feel that people are going to make fun of you, or that you freeze when somebody speaks to you in English. Somebody comes up to you and talks to you. The first sentence is in English and you're like, now you're frozen. What do I say? See, the thing is that English is more important now than ever before in 2025 because of this global interconnectedness. It's all coming so close. People are traveling more than ever before. The flights are like everybody's taking flights. Everybody is flying across the globe to random continents and places. And then you have this new thing coming up where English is so much required for your new, there's so much media. Media is flourishing, businesses are flourishing, and you just need to be there so that you benefit from all this. Otherwise, you will always, always feel left out. And I'm lending you that hand. Just take my hand and follow me on this journey. It's not that difficult because it's coming from a person who's done it herself. It's doable. I know it because I've done it myself. Just believe me, trust me, and start following what I'm saying. English learners do not just enjoy better opportunities in their careers, but they also benefit a lot in their travels. And of course, socially, you get to make so many new relationships. You benefit socially, and you feel more fulfilled and accomplished because you know more people. You're confidently talking with so many more people now, so it opens a lot of doors for you. That is why it gets even more important that you finally do it now. I mean, how long are you going to procrastinate and keep ignoring something that is so important? It's a language that is spoken all across this planet, and that is why it is so important. See, I am not one of those people who say English is the only language. No, I'm not one of those people. I do not look down on people who cannot speak in English. I don't. I'm extremely careful of their feelings. I'm extremely humble when it comes to that because I know the challenge that it involves. The main challenge is with consistency. There is no real challenge in learning the language. The only challenge is that when we start something, we are unable to get through with it. We don't follow through. We just leave it somewhere in between and move on with our lives. That is the real challenge. There is no other real challenge. Everything else can be accomplished. It's no Mount Everest that only a few can climb. No. Now, I told you I'm going to be giving you 6 strategies that you could follow so that you are able to do this, okay? As simple as that. First, you have to start with a morning schedule. You have to start with a 10-minute daily morning routine of talking to yourself. Talking to myself, ma'am? How is that possible? I will look like an idiot. No, you will not. If you feel you look like an idiot, you can just look at me because I've been doing it for years. I talk to myself all the time, in front of the mirror. Sometimes it is so loud that I have to look back and check if somebody's looking at me because it happens with me. I talk to myself. My family knows it. They are aware. They know it. You could also do it. See, doing this small little routine of 10 minutes, what it will do for you is that it will set the pace of your day. You will start on the right note. So now you see it, okay? Next thing to do is you have to challenge yourself to start at least 3 conversations in English every day. It could be with anybody. It could be with the same people, with strangers, your family, your friends, the watchman, the milkman. It could be anybody, okay? But you have to do it. Ma'am, what if those people don't understand English? See, of course, you'll have to see that for yourself. What we're trying to do is to have conversations so that we learn to master our hesitation and fear of speaking in this language. So you will have to judge that for yourself, if the person you're going to speak to will be able to answer you in English or not. Of course, talk to people who can answer you back in English, all right? That's how you learn, okay? So, talk to anybody. Just 3 conversations every single day for 365 days. Say it after me. Every single day for 365 days. Every day for 2025, okay? Moving on to the next one, which is, you have to start talking more. It's just as simple as that. I'm not going to stretch this point. I know we are very comfortable not talking to people, or we are very comfortable talking to people in our mother tongue, but that has to change. I love my mother tongue. I love the Hindi language. But we are trying to learn something here, and that is why I'm talking about speaking in this language. When you talk more, talk with as many people as you can. Get out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is not serving you well. It is not going to take you anywhere. Get out of it. And this is the single most important thing to learn if you want to win in this life. Not all of us can be NASA astronauts. Not all of us can be celebrities. But we can all learn to master the English language, and it is super beneficial. This is my entire career, and I'm really grateful, okay? Next thing to do, point number 4, is self-affirming self-talk. Self-talk is very important. You take it too lightly. You say all the negative things to yourself when you look at yourself. Oh, you look bad. Your dress is too tight. Oh, your hair is not clean. Oh, your skin is so bad. Why do you say such things to yourself? If you won't love yourself, whom would you love? Who else would love you? See, the thing is simple. If you cannot say something to somebody else, don't say it to yourself if you do not have the courage to say it to somebody else. Your skin is awful. I cannot say this to myself. Why? Because I cannot say this to you. Imagine, how would you feel if you're standing right in front of me? I meet you. Hi, how are you? Oh, all good, okay. Oh my God, what happened to your skin? You look terrible. How would you feel if I do this to you? That's exactly how you feel when you do this to yourself. Stop doing that. Be more positive with yourself. Have good, positive self-talk, okay? Learn to change that in 2025. This could be a New Year's resolution. Okay, moving on to point number 5. Take outside help. By outside help, I mean proper applications. ChatGPT. It's the most wonderful tool that is available to all of us. It's free, and there's a paid version. I use the paid version because I need it for my work, but you could use the free version. You could speak to ChatGPT. It has the voice mode. So, take help, but you don't have to find the resources on your own. Everything is there on the PDF. Just download it. I have a separate section where you could use the help of all those apps. There are some very good ones, very highly rated. One of those is my own application. People love it. It's absolutely free. Please go and use it. All right, moving on to the next one. Correct online consumption. See, when we see in a restaurant a child being fed food with a YouTube video playing in front of them, we judge the parenting of those people. We say, oh, they're spoiling their child. The child is not going to eat anything unless YouTube is open in front of them. And we judge them. But aren't we doing the exact same stuff to ourselves? Aren't we feeding the inner child in us that wants to learn all the wrong things of the world? We are not treating our inner child well. All of us have that inner child that wants to learn, who really enjoys learning, who is very excited to find out something new. Why aren't we feeding that child the right information? Why are we showing that child all the things that are not going to benefit them? By them, I mean you. I hope you get that. So, you see it, right? Correct online consumption. Watch the right videos. Skip the ones that are not going to serve you. I do it all the time. I am not a very big reel watcher. No, really, honestly, I'm very careful. I have a timer on my phone for 1 hour of Instagram usage, and that's because I need to stay updated with trends for creating content. I watch Instagram to learn trends, to see what are the trending audios and stuff like that. All of that combined is 1 hour of usage every day, and beyond that, I don't ever go. So, yes, be careful of what you're feeding your inner child. All right, now we move on to the next segment, where I'm going to be talking about the action plan. I'm going to be disclosing the action plan for speaking, reading, listening, and writing. All of these 4. They're simple. Let's just quickly go through them. First, speaking. For speaking, you have a 10-minute morning routine that you have to follow, where you talk to yourself for 10 minutes in front of the mirror. This is the first thing to do. Another thing is to have at least 3 conversations that are 2 minutes long or more with 3 people. These 3 conversations should not be with the same person. Try and keep it with 3 different people, but at least have 3 conversations, all right? If you cannot find anybody, just 1 person is okay. Have 3 conversations with that same person. But the idea is to break out of your comfort zone. Next, talk more. This I told you earlier in the video. Get out of your comfort zone, all right? Make yourself open to talking to strangers. Next, listening. Listen actively. That's the first thing to do. Don't just listen with the intent of responding or preparing your reply while the other person is speaking. No, listen actively. Pay attention to their words. Next, you must have an English show going on for yourself every day of 2025. It could be any show. I'm not asking you to watch a particular genre, but it has to be in English. You could start with Friends or any simple show where you could notice the nuances of the speakers, see what phrases they use, how native speakers talk, and what their accents are. I'm not asking you to mimic their accent, just understand it. It's okay to have your own accent. I have my Indian accent. I'm very, very proud of it. People tell me, why don't you change your accent? How can I change my accent? I don't live in America. How would I change my accent? I could not just suddenly be American. I cannot be. I'm fine. I'm doing well with my English accent. Yeah, so I'm okay with my Indian accent. You could too. Be confident. Follow the right people on social media. See, I know there could be fatigue that develops from watching the same faces again and again. You might feel a little fatigued, okay? I'm tired of seeing her videos. That can happen. But see, what you need to understand is that if this person is delivering the right content and serving you well with his or her videos, Your desire for entertainment is not as important as your purpose of learning. Your learning comes before your entertainment desire, so be careful with your priorities. If you're learning, it's okay to feel fatigued by watching the same person's videos. And that goes for me too. Keep watching my videos. I make sense, right? I make sense, right? Anyway, next we go on to reading. For reading, I would say that you should have one book at least going on for yourself for the next 365 days. So, one book every day should be part of your routine. I can show you the book that I have in my bag right now. It's a very old book. Oh, sorry, I almost forgot. All right, that book should accompany you everywhere you go, in your bag. Just read it in the metro when you're commuting. It's all right. Whenever you have 10 to 15 minutes, just open the book. It's so much fun. Next thing to do while reading. Read aloud to internalize pronunciations, grammar, and vocabulary. All of this has everything to do with memory. English is more about memorizing than learning. It's about memorizing more than learning new stuff. So, when you learn something, you memorize it. You repeat it to yourself. And by reading it aloud, we used to do that in school a lot. Every single day, we would just pick up a book and start reading. One person would read and the others would listen. This was a daily practice for years, and it really helped. It strengthened our grammar, but it really made us learn great new English vocabulary words. Now, what you have to do is look up the words you learn when you read. Of course, it's irritating to keep looking into your phone for a dictionary every time you see a new word. Don't do that. Don't disturb your reading. It's okay. Just 2 or 3 words. Just 3 words, okay? 3 is actually what I've written here. You have to learn 3 words every day. You should go to your phone, check it up on Google or in your dictionary, and see the meaning of that word. Try to make yourself familiar with the word, but don't get lost in your phone. In case you start with the dictionary and end up watching Instagram reels, tell yourself, seriously, is this what you're doing? And get out of it. Moving on. You could also maintain a diary to write down the words you learn. People do that. I never did it, but my friends used to do it, and it helped them. Whatever way works for you, open a notes app on your phone and start a vocab bank. Just name it and start writing down the words there. Next is writing. For writing, I'd say this is the hardest habit to develop because most of us are out of touch. All we do is just write emails at the office, and there's nothing else we do in writing. But writing helps you. I'll tell you how. When you write, you get a chance to think. It helps you practice grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure in a very deliberate way, with intention. You're intentionally thinking about it as you write. It gives you clarity, and that's why writing is a very important habit if you want to develop your English skills. Writing can help you think logically, and it can help you have better conversations because more structured sentences will come out of your mouth. I am habitual of writing. I always write. I buy all these fancy pens. This is actually an expensive pen. Nobody should buy a pen that's so expensive, but I just love stationery, so sometimes I splurge my money on buying stationery products. It's because I love doing it. I love writing, and I like my writing to be nice. I have very beautiful handwriting. I've worked on it for years. And that is why it's so important. If you want to see my handwriting, there's a handwriting video on YouTube and also on Instagram. You could check it out if you want. It also helps improve your memory. The more you write, the better access you'll have to the English that you want to use when you have to either write or speak to someone. Okay? Because your memory is getting polished when you write. Those words are getting memorized. They're getting repeated in your head, so you get easier access to those words when you need them. I am actually much more fluent now, since I've been making all these videos for almost 7 years now. So yes, that has helped me. You could start a YouTube channel. You might find some success. You never know. So, maybe start a YouTube or Instagram channel where you speak in English. It helps you. It helped me, and that is why I can vouch for it. The last point is how to maintain the rhythm. That is the pain area. You start with something, and then life gets in the way, and you forget that you were trying to do something. How do you take care of that? First of all, you need to measure it. So, whatever you measure grows. It's a quote. It's a very good quote. So, I've provided you with a tracker. It's very easy. Just put down your score for yourself in each of the areas that we spoke about, all 4 activities, and score yourself on the basis of that according to your own parameters for every day. Measure your score, okay? I'm going to leave the remarks on the tracker. Just download the tracker and start using that. So, that is going to help you in maintaining consistency. Another thing you could do is you must remember your why. See, the strongest why here is that you need it, and you, watching this video, is proof of it. You want it desperately right now. After watching this video for so long, I'm sure you feel a little, on top of it. I'm going to do it this time. But this motivation may phase out. Don't depend on your motivation. Motivation is a very disloyal friend. It doesn't stay. It always beats you. It is always disloyal. So how about you stick to discipline rather than motivation? Because, see, somewhere in your life, you will have to be disciplined to learn anything. If you want that thing to serve you back, you have to first take up the challenge of mastering it. Right? Remember your why. Your why is that you need it. You've not been able to do it till now, but you want it desperately, and so you're going to do it this time. That's your why. It's going to help you. Only you can change your life. I can't. I can only take responsibility for my life. I can't take responsibility for your life. You have to do it on your own. Please, I sometimes feel jealous, though jealousy could be positive or negative. Mine is mostly positive. So, there are people who get jealous and want to hurt you, and there are people who get jealous and want to be as good as you are. So, there are 2 types of jealousy. My jealousy is the good type. If I'm jealous of you, I would want to be as good as you. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to harm you. I don't want to pull you down. I would want to raise myself up. Use your jealousy. Use this phenomenon that's common in all individuals on this planet. We all get jealous. Like, I'm a content creator. I do feel jealous. Honestly, I do feel jealous of a few people sometimes. Oh my God, they're doing so well. I wish I could be as popular as them. Or maybe I could make such beautiful, high production value videos. But it's okay, you know? You learn to accept your limitations, and you know your strengths. And that's how you go on in life. It's all right for me. I've accepted it. But again, my jealousy has served me well. I'm always learning, and I'm always improving, and jealousy definitely has a role to play in that. I'm human. I'm just a human. It's okay. And the last thing to do is to get your family and your friends in on the plan of you improving yourself in this language. See, if somebody's making fun of you, this person is not your friend. Sometimes, maybe it's okay. They pull your leg. It's okay. A little joke is fine. But if they are consistently and continuously doing it, it's in a way hurting you too much. I feel that such people are not really your friends. So it's okay if you withdraw a little. Think about yourself. You need it. So you've got to take every chance to improve yourself. So, that's all about it. This was the video, guys. Thank you very much. I really thoroughly enjoyed myself shooting this one. Writing the content was a major thing. If you liked this video, for God's sake, please leave me a nice comment. Just say a thank you. Or just say, Alina, you're so bad. Or Alina, you could have done a much better job. Anything. Just write your honest thoughts about the video. Give it a like, because that will help this video spread out to more people. You will find out everything that you're going to get in the course. If you're happy with it, you take it. If you're not, leave it. It's okay. All right? And if you feel you're very happy taking it, spread the word to other people. I would really appreciate that. So, thank you very much. I'll see you in my next video. Happy New Year. Enjoy yourself. Have a blast. Have a great new year. Learn, improve. It's okay to stress sometimes, but do not forget to live your life. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.